Alright, we're back for round 3. We're on the draw here. Again, it's unknown. Gonna keep. The island plus Crackling Doom is a little awkward, but with how you have to fetch a lot of times, Crackling Doom is not really a turn 3 play too often. If we draw another fetch land, it could be a turn 3 play for us. Alright. Abbot's not too bad. Well, Bloodstained Mire can't get white, so we'll use Pluto Delta to get blue-white. Could have played Bloodstained Mire first, I guess, in case we needed to Wild Slash or Fire Impulse early. But we can always go fetch blue-white, and then use Bloodstained Mire to kill his guy off a mountain. But we will be lacking black mana at that point, so maybe we should be a little more conscious of how we fetch. Like, if we had led with this, we could go black-red into blue-white. I'm actually not going to crack my fetch yet, just in case. Alright, well that's good. So, we're probably going to fetch blue-white and mountain now. I guess we could just fetch blue, white, black, red. But, yeah, guess there's not a huge reason not to. I don't think we want to play Abbot. Maybe we do, since we just kind of want to get something on the board, and if we hit a land, we can play it, and that would be a great hit. Alright, Valor Stance, not what we're looking for. Kind of glad that's not in our deck anymore. Card is pretty bad in this matchup. Draconic Roar, that's bad. At least we can Crackle and Doom him next turn if he plays that guy. Alright, well he doesn't have the mana to play that guy, so that's good for us. Tassiger. Alright, seems like prime roast material, if I ever saw any. And we gain 5. That's a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn, if I do say so myself. Now if he plays Thunderbreak, we got Fire Impulse, or we got Crackle and Doom, excuse me. Hilariously enough, Fleshran doesn't get red, so he still can't cast Thunderbreak. But he can cast, like, Dragon Lord Kolaghan or some nonsense. Alright, I don't really want to play Abbot here. Want to hold up for Crackle and Doom. He didn't kill my creature, so can't cast Dig Through Time. This game's looking not bad. Alright, just gave us 2 free life. That's great. And 2 free damage. Guess you just want to make sure we don't play Ojutai or something like that, but now we good. He's still not playing his dragon. It's odd. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play Abbot. We really want to hit a land. If we don't, we could hit like a Jace or Soulfire, so Abbot is not particularly great in this deck. Just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Guess we could have played around Ojutai's command. Well, that's bad. Alright, well, we're going to try to dig into a red source. We're just going to get rid of all this untapped red source. Alright, so we found Bloodstained Mire, which we're definitely taking, so we can just kill both those guys. And then, I guess Mantis Rider, to have a threat post all that. Just going to kill both these creatures here. And you can't Ojutai's command and bring them back at the end of turn, so we're fairly safe in that regard, which is nice. I think now I guess we want to draw a white source so we can go Crackling Doom Mantis Rider, but we're okay just casting Crackling Doom, I think. Drew another dig, which is awesome. Next turn we can actually go Mantis Rider dig, I think. Wait, no, because our white source is also blue. Alright, we drew a Treasure Cruise. That's not good. This game is not going particularly well, but we're not super far behind, and he is at 11, so guess we don't really want to play Mantis Rider. Maybe now we do. Don't really want to. If we play Mantis Rider, we can't go well, if he has Ojutai's command, I don't want him to be able to counter my Mantis Rider and get back Dragon Master Outcast. So I think we're just gonna let him put that into play. But all right, well, I'm gonna go for a dig, I think. I don't think we're gonna need to do too much here on his end step. We'll hold up Crackling Doom or Impulse, but not both. I guess we'll leave Crackling Doom in the graveyard. This will still give us Spell Mastery. Ooh, main deck spell is gross. But not entirely uncommon, obviously. Alright, we'll go Doom. And hope he doesn't have it. Even if he does, we can still contain it a little bit. But our guy's likely just going to die anyway. Alright, no reveal. He's got 2 cards. We desperately need to draw our 3rd Dig Through Time, or potentially just a Jace or Ojutai's command. Some big card advantage type thing would be nice. I'm going to wait 1 turn to fire Impulse, I suppose, but we're going to do it now. Don't really want him flashing back Treasure Cruise. But he's got 2 cards, we got none. We're very vulnerable to Ojutai's command on Dragon Master. Kind of the nature of the beast. Alright, well, that was pretty good. I'm going to go for a counter draw here. Can't get back anything. Another land isn't ideal. Utter End's not bad, actually. Now if he gets back Dragon Master, we can actually exile it. Just gives us some insurance versus his Ojutai's command. Alright, see if he's got another removal spell. I assume he does. These decks are just chock full of it. He in particular also has Draconic Roar to go with the Thunderbreak Regents, so he has even more ways to kill Mantis Rider than normal. A lot of Jeskai mirrors running around on Magic Online right now. I think Aaron's version is not particularly well set up against it. If he has another Dispel, we are basically toast. Now, exiling it does mean that any future Oversized command can bring back Jace, which is bad for us, but can actually soak a few hits from Thunderbreak Region before anything bad happens. If he wants to attack, he might not attack because we are pretty high on life compared to him. He's already gone through 3 Draconic Roars. There's the 4th. Alright, we're pretty low. 11 to 9. He has 2 cards in hand. I'm going to presume 1 is a land. If we don't, then I don't think we can win anyway. Really need to draw another dig. Now, I don't want to fetch because neither of the digs I've cast so far could have gotten a second dig. So the bottom 14 don't have a dig in it. So fetching would actually decrease my likelihood of drawing a dig. Can't imagine we're going to survive. Mana Strider, that is. Right. Treasure Cruise into anything, that is. This guy's deck looks pretty good. Draconic Roar is great, and Thunderbreak Region is a pretty big threat that you can play. It's not fantastic in the Jeskai mirrors, just because Crackling Doom gets rid of it with very little problems. But nothing's going to help you win when you draw 20 lands or whatever, so. Alright, so we're going to want all the Disdainful Strokes in this matchup since he has Tasigur, Treasure Cruise, and Dragon. We might want Surge because he has Mana Strider and Dragon. I'll at least keep that in mind. I'm just going to keep getting rid of these Abbots. They don't seem very good. Valor Stance seems okay. Rose seems medium to bad. Jeskai Charm, medium to bad. Doesn't have Gideon, probably. Utterance seems great. I'm just going to cut the Surge. It doesn't seem that good in this matchup. Might be better than Valor Stance, so. It gives him a chance to untap, which I don't like, and but both kill Tasigur, or this kills Mana Strider, Tasigur, and Dragon, so maybe we want it. But it's possible we don't want either. Gotta cut something else. I'm not really sure what. All the counter spells are great. Not having Dispel is going to hurt us pretty badly, I think. Exert Influence could be a hammer. Think about that. It's possible we just don't want Mana Strider in our deck. Yeah, I'm going to cut all those. I'm leaving the Valor Stance. We're just going to go full on control. We're just going to try to beat him with Outcast plus Ojutai's Command. That's kind of his plan too, but alright. Sorry about this. It's a little buggy. There we go. Alright, so a lot of lands that come into play tapped here. A lot. But we got all our colors, and you usually want to make your first couple land drops. Any mold, so I guess that's good. Good for us. I don't know. It's possible we just get run over here, but he's on 5, so maybe we won't get punished for our bad keep. This is one of those hands that's like super borderline, and with the new mulligan rule, it's probably worth it to just toss it. Drew a Jace. Hopefully that survives. That'd be sweet. Would not be surprised if it died. Would not be surprised if it lived, since he did mold a 5. And his first 2 lands were a little wonky. Alright, no dragon in hand. I guess that's good for us. No 3rd land. Okay. I feel like, I guess he couldn't fetch up blue-white. That's why. He probably started with Bloodstained Mire, Smoldering Marsh. Alright, we're just going to go mountain, dual land. Not being able to punish him here for having awkward mana is a little gross, but it is what it is. Hopefully he goes Fetchland Tasigur. Now lets us go Stroke into Dig. That would be insane. But we're content here just hitting all our land drops while he doesn't. And then once he makes any sort of move, we may be able to punish him. If he doesn't have a land, he's just going to have to move to discard here, which is great. It's not great for watching, but it's great for trying to win the game. We don't really want to just run our Dig Through Time into a Dispel. We want him to tap out for something first, but he might not, but we're hitting land drops and he's not, so when we actually do start fighting, we may have approximately the same number of cards. Alright, so we're going to take... Well, none of these are great. I'm going to take Outcast Impulse and just threaten him. Like, kill his Jace, threaten him with our Dragon Master, so he has to have a removal spell now. Like, right now. And it cannot be Murderous Cut, which is awesome. Not that I think he's playing Murderous Cut, but he might be. Now any Ojutai's command we draw is going to be real bad for him. Still doesn't have a dragon. Otherwise we'd be at like 13. I think we have, 2 islands left to get off of that. Can't punish. This may be a game where I just am not able to close, and then he eventually draws lands and is able to come back into the game, but I don't think Swamp's going to help him too much. May let him cast Tasigur. Treasure Cruise, maybe? If it's Treasure Cruise, we get to stroke it, which is good. Tasigur, I think I'm just going to let Resolve and Crackle and Doom it. Since, we don't have that many counterspells to fight over his big card draw. Alright, we need to draw something here to just punish him. Ojutai's command would be insane. Got 1 more island left, that's it. Flood Strands are now dead. I think most of our fetch lands are dead, actually. Yep. Now he's got 7 cards in mana, and we have way too much mana and not enough to do with it, so it's very likely we end up losing this game after all that. I'm not overly worried about Mantis Rider, but the damage does add up, so I think I just want to kill it, even though there are potentially more things I'd rather kill. I don't even know if I have anything left for this. I do not. Okay, should have paid more attention. Shuffle my deck. I just really want to shuffle my deck. Alright, we're going to get beat down here by a Manti. Come on. Well, this happens sometimes, I suppose. Not a ton we can do about it. I mean, we resolved a dig, didn't find another dig. And, he's probably just going to clock us to death with Mana Strider. And now, like, even if we draw a dig through time, he's going to have mana to probably be able to fight over it with a counterspell. Like Dispel or something. Yeah. So, he has no incentive to do anything. Like, we're probably just going to die this Mana Strider. Oh, I'm going to die to both those Mana Striders. It's really gross, too. I think I just have to go for a dig and then hope I draw another one next turn. Someone's 100% getting countered. And we only have one negate that could help us win that counter battle. So, yeah, we're basically dead. I guess we can draw the control magic card. I guess we can gain 4, get back Dragon Master Outcast. Go to 8, then we're dead to literal everything. Alright, we're going to draw a card. So Lisa's dead if we don't draw anything, but I think we're dead if we don't hit anything soon anyway, so okay, we're dead. Not a ton we could do there. We flooded out pretty badly. You know, this deck can't punish you for tapping out early on, or for being short on mana early on. And, you know, if we flood out and they don't, then it's just going to be whoever has the most cards that actually influence the game. And since, you know, we have these disdainful strokes, like a ton of them, and we don't have a whole lot of dispels, I think we're at a pretty significant disadvantage. And I talked a lot with Aaron, and I wrote about it a lot in my article this week, where not having access to dispel is going to be a huge game breaker in any sort of Jeskai mirror. The card draw spell of choice being dig through time means it's a little more vulnerable to dispel and counter spells in general, whereas Treasure Cruise is a sorcery, so it doesn't get countered by that. But I think being able to find like 2 very specific things off the top of your deck is a little bit better when, I mean, as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of mana sinks and ways to utilize excess mana. And Treasure Cruise, if you know, depending on how you build your deck, is going to draw you about 1 land out of every 3 cards. And so if it ever goes above that and draws 2 lands or 3 lands, it's really bad. And dig through time is pretty rarely going to be bad, whereas Treasure Cruise has like a, you know, a 15 to 20% chance to be bad. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's all for round 3. We'll be back for the last round in just a moment.